Our next guest wowed the judges on the last season of America's Got Talent, and although they didn't win the competition, their career has taken off.
That's right. Here making a pit stop from their world tour is the brother and sister singing duo, Brandon and Savannah. Welcome to Arise 360.
Hey guys, thank you so much.
You guys are definitely related.
So you can tell more in person than you can.
Yeah, you almost look like you could be twins, but you're actually 15?
15, yes.
Savannah and Brandon, you're 17.
Just turned 17, yes.
Okay, so your friends are in school.
Yes.
What's it like for you all to be touring the world?
It's insane.
It's crazy. You know, it feels like a dream every day, waking up in a new city, waking up, you know, getting to perform for new audiences and get to see people across the world is just crazy.
So what do all your classmates think of your newfound success?
Well, our classmates are like about 4 of us. We make up 2/4 of our classmates.
Wait, are you homeschooled? Or
yeah, we're homeschooled. We do like a group when we're back in LA, and it's amazing. But all of our friends they're either in the industry or they're in like normal high school, and they're like, that's crazy, like send us pictures from London.
But take us back to the moment when you decided to audition for America's Got Talent. Whose
Absolutely.
idea was it, and did you have to convince your parents to let you do it?
Yeah.
How did it work?
Well, it was actually our mom's idea.
Oh, really?
It was initially, yeah, we had a show in LA, and one of the reps from America's Got Talent, or one of the like producers kind of came and was like, oh, I like you guys, come to a session for, you know, America's Got Talent. And so we did, and we auditioned for it, and our mom pushed us along and was amazing and really supportive. And
it was just crazy because we went on the show having, you know, just this much of a fan base, like a little groundwork of a fan base.
Right.
And then, you know, we started doing the show, and after, you know, 3 episodes, our fan base went from this to this. So
Really?
it was
exploded.
Just, it was crazy.
It was amazing.
It was a surreal experience. And even though we didn't get to win the competition, what we came out of the show with was, you know, a whole new fan base that we could, you know, tour around the world and get to see. So it was absolutely crazy, and you know, it still seems a bit surreal.
Now, did you think you had a chance at winning the show?
We didn't really know.
Our initial plan on being on the show was just to build fan base, you know, because they have so many viewers and so many people. I mean, and to get to perform on Radio City Music Hall was like amazing. But yeah, it was just initially to build fans and kind of get out there, and it was a really great way to do that. So
I remember when we first did the original 2 episodes, our game plan was not like, let's go in and let's just destroy this competition. It was like, let's go in, let's take it one step at a time, and let's try to maximize what we can and get, you know, a solid fan base, and then get out of the show, and we'll be happy, because that's all we really want. So we left very happy, and it was a crazy experience.
Well, you garnered a lot of fans, and it seems like the judges even became your fans, because Heidi Klum said, quote, you guys rocked Radio City Music Hall like true professionals. And Howard Stern said, you guys owned the stage. How did those rave reviews feel?
It was
Amazing.
crazy. You know, people don't really know the feeling of being on that stage with so many people watching you, and
What
like,
is that like?
it's really nerve-wracking.
It's crazy.
Like,
Before you go on, I was trying anything. I could not think about like I could not think about anything. I had to just be focused on the song because I was going crazy. Like I was shaking. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so nerve-wracking.
and it's not even that the people in the audience are making you scared. It's the fact that there are cameras, and behind those cameras, you know, it's going to be televised, and there's going to be millions of people. That is what like gets to you before the show.
But I feel like it's also like we are used to being completely natural performing, with not going like, okay, look at camera 1, look at camera, you know what I'm saying? Like walk over to this camera. So it's kind of like, okay, I have to remember to sing the song. I have to do my best. I have to look at this camera. So it was like, it was crazy, and it helped us build so much, you know, like technique, or I don't know. It just helped us, you know, learn
how to do a lot
How
more.
to perform on stage,
Absolutely.
a real stage. Now, what was Howard Stern like? Because he can be mean.
He was really
He's
cool,
so
actually.
cool.
Really?
He's so
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Like, we grew up, and my dad has always been like a mad prankster, and so are our bandmates. And so we grew up listening to his prank calls and like all his funny podcasts and everything. And like to be there and to get to chat with him, he's just as cool as you think he is.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, he's really sweet. He liked our whole band thing, and he was pretty supportive, so it was great.
Howard Stern, really sweet.
He's not, yeah, he's cool.
You know,
I think you're ruining his reputation with that one.
So maybe that's why you made it so far, because he was so sweet. But what do you think it was that made it, you know, possible for you guys to go so far in the competition?
You know, we just took every day one step at a time, and that's really the truth. We just tried to perform the best that we could. We tried to show America, you know, what we are all about. And I think that, you know, we kind of got to let people see, you know, who we really are as kids and as performers. So we got what we wanted out of the experience. It was an amazing time, and you know.
Now, when you're eliminated from a show like that, are you sad? Are you a bit relieved? I know when people are eliminated from Dancing with the Stars, they're always relieved because they don't have to dance anymore.
Yeah.
And you said that doing this can be really nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
So how did you feel when they told you that you weren't going on?
Well, I feel like we were excited for the opportunities to come out of it, and we thought about like how amazing the experience was already. But I don't know. I think we were excited to just get on the road again.
Yeah.
You know, we were like, okay, we're gonna go on tour now and do a whole bunch of things.
Because we previously toured before the show started. So when
So
we...
what was it like touring pre-show and then post-show?
Oh, wow, that's a completely different
Big difference.
story. Like, it was pre-show, maybe like 2 or 3 audience members like really knew who we were.
And then after, it was like madness. It was crazy. Like, everyone was like, oh my God, America's Got Talent,
So it's really crazy. And, you know, just the fact that the judges enjoyed our original music was what was most important to us, because at heart, we're really just, you know, 2 kids that write music. And so to be able to do that as a profession and to be able to do what we love every single day is just an amazing thing. So
and I love your new song, Hands Up. It's
Thank
really
you.
about
Thank you.
being, you know, free-willing, you know, just living your life to the fullest, breaking the rules, doing whatever you need to do.
Absolutely.
Is that how you guys live your lives?
Yeah, to an extent.
You breaking the rules.
To an extent, yeah, definitely. We're still respectful, you know. You respect millions.
We
children.
try.
Well,
we
your
try our
mom
best.
is here, and I know she doesn't play around.
Oh
right?
yeah,
Look at
she
her.
doesn't mess
Mom doesn't
around.
play around.
Yeah.
I mean, we try our best every day to maximize any opportunity that we can get our hands on and to have as much fun as possible. But we also like to be, you know, elegant and classy in a way, I guess you could say, too. So
Keep it classy.
like to mix it up.
Keep it classy.
Well, on camera, I just want to say this is the coolest wall.
Yeah, it's so we need like a pan shot of it. Oh, there it is. There's the
Thank you,
pan.
everybody, for setting that up for us. That's really, really sweet.
Thank
Yes,
you. You
thank
guys
you.
deserve it. So what's it like to work with a sibling?
It's awesome. I feel like, okay, this is a perfect example. I just thought of it. Okay, so when I was younger, I would audition, you know, for things and like acting and stuff. I would go in, I'd be so nervous, you know, like I'm by myself. What if I mess up? When I'm with him, I have no nerves at all. Like I go in, I'm perfectly fine. Like I know that he's got my back if I say the wrong thing. So I don't know. It's great having someone that you can trust and that you've known all your life.
Yeah.
And Brandon, when you're your age, everyone's trying to ditch their little
I know.
sister. And you're working with her. What's that like for you?
It's not as bad as people actually think it is. I mean,
And everyone's like so surprised, like, oh my gosh, you guys are friends.
honestly,
you guys are killing each other. What?
She behaves and acts like she's my age. And the thing is all of our friends are the same.
Yeah.
We have the same group of people we hang out with, and everything we do revolves around music and art. And that's the kind of kids that we are. So all of our friends are in acting or modeling, or they're, you know, into artistic things and music. And so we like to surround ourselves with those kinds of people because we believe it gets the creative juices flowing in our heads. And so us two, you know, being that we're with each other all the time, are on the same page, on the same level as far as what we want to do, as far as what we see, what our vision is. So I think like there's a lot of perks to being together a lot. And you know, I know people are like, you know, you need to go hang out with us and this and that. And I do. I hang out with my friends all the time, and sometimes they're like, "Where's your sister?" It's just you guys come
Not that they're worried now.
Yeah.
But when we're together, we have a lot of, you know, creative thought process, I guess you could say, and that's just kind of what's behind the music.
Creative
Well, how
thought
long have you been being creative together? How long have you been singing together?
How old are you when we first started playing together?
Like
9.
9. Okay.
She was 9.
So you're doing okay.
11,
So what's
so-
next then?
Well, what's next for us now?
Yeah. What's next?
Oh, okay. Well, this is actually exciting. You guys are one of the first people to hear about this project.
Oh,
but
we love a scoop. Tell us.
we are releasing our next EP coming out in the fall, and it's called Introducing the Heirs, Heirs, like next in line to the throne. And the process behind that is not, you know, we made it not thinking of ourselves as the heirs and not thinking of ourselves as the next in line in the music business, but instead we're representing, you know, kids our age. We're representing a youth movement. So all of our fans, we're basically saying that you don't have to be an adult to have a say in the world. You don't have to be, you know, an adult to do certain things. Like, we're all the next generation of what's to come. And so the new music kind of represents youth empowerment, and it's a whole different it's a whole different game.
We're really anxious. We're just like, we want to release it now, you know.
Well, enjoy your reign.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You guys are so
Hey,
adorable.
this is so cool. We're so excited to be here.
Thanks for joining
Don't
us.
lose that energy, all right?
Thank you so much.
Keep it with you.
All right, you're watching Arise Entertainment 360.